Did you ever stop to think how much time you spend in school? Ever stop to think about the use you make of your time? What are you doing in school? Do you just go, get passing grades?
The BCH Podcast.
Welcome to the BCH Podcast. Here with us, with me anyway, are three other guests currently who we will be seeing quite often in this podcast. I myself am David.
I'm Direto.
I'm Kuforola.
And I'm Toby. You can call me Tobs.
Today we are speaking on the topic Biochemistry versus Nigeria. Biochemistry is a well-known course in Nigeria and a quite renowned course also, like many others. However, it has little challenges. So this podcast is to mention those challenges so we have an idea of what we might face studying biochemistry in Nigeria, and we are giving clear solutions to every form of challenge we are going to mention in this episode. Biochemists study and improve products in various sectors.
A lot of people don't even understand what biochemistry is all about. Once you hear the word biochemistry, say, okay, you borrowed it from biology and chemistry. It's just a simple amalgamation. But we that are studying it, we know that no, it's a bit tougher than that. When you see a pathway of 10 steps, 15 and the like.
15 is so small, my brother.
So that's one thing we have to understand. Actually, again, a lot of people don't see the career opportunity in biochemistry because they just feel like, okay, biochemist, the highest they can ever be is just maybe a lab assistant or probably someone who just helps the main researchers to conduct research, and also their maybe research work is just a form of aid to the people doing the main work. So the people have this kind of mentality, and it is really killing the course in Nigeria. So someone asked me when I entered the university that which course I was studying. I told him biochemistry. Was like, what are those ones doing now? Yeah. But that what is biochemistry? Like, what is their use case? And actually, I didn't have anything to say at the time because I had little or no knowledge of what biochemistry. So that's what the point that I'm trying to bring out here. So the knowledge is very important. We have to put it out there. They have to know what biochemistry really entails. So without that knowledge, nobody is going to see any light in biochemistry. And I'm telling you, biochemistry goes deeper. It runs deeper than what anybody can imagine. Like, it touched a lot of careers, and there have been so many improvements that was brought about by biochemistry. And then we have the Japa Skinero. I said Skinero. So a lot of people just feel like when they study biochemistry, there's no particular really good application of biochemistry in Nigeria. But actually, that's wrong. So I know of a professor in biochemistry that he made all his children run through the biochemistry course. Why? Because he already had somewhere that he wanted to put them. And where is that? The oil sector. So we need biochemists in the oil sector. Some research that you have to carry out to know whether this is good, that is bad. So he had to run those children through the university, biochemistry, all of them, so that he can just pace them oil sector. And we all know that there is money in the oil sector. So the mentality of let's go carry our bags, get out, let's go and look for a job outside the country. That's what is in everybody's mind. I mean, it's even in my mindset. When I'm done, carry my bag, go out and go and look for where this job will be much more applicable. In true sense, we can say that Nigeria is not really accommodating, but there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and we can be that light. So there are many ways we can try to improve biochemistry. So I don't think Japa is really the plausible option here, but a lot of people might not see it that way because of the way things are. It's a sensitive topic. Nobody wants to hear anything like your bunk or con.
Really,
Yes, so
sincerely, nobody won't hear anything. It's just as you said.
nobody
It's
wants to
also as
hear
you said.
anything.
There are also opportunities out there for biochemists. They always say that there is no journey destination better than home. There is no freedom abroad. That's one thing I've noticed till now. Some people say they are convenient with that, so they will manage it that way and all. But even at home in Nigeria here, there are also some aspects that are flexible for anyone compared to abroad. For instance, in Nigeria, we are not so seriously taxed if we decided to perhaps start a biochemistry business. But abroad, say the USA for instance, you can't even start a biochemistry business there. Sincerely, you just
Wow.
have to join a company. If you ask anyone that has gone there and that has gone to find a job, as they would always say, they had to join a company. They couldn't start a business and earn their own profits. And when they joined that organization, they'd always be so taxed. We know that already. There's barely any freedom for anyone who goes abroad compared to when you do it at home. At home, as in Nigeria, our home.
Someone said something about going outside. It's like there is enough grant from the government and others to carry out necessary research. Because even in Nigeria here, to carry out necessary research, you need a lot of money. One of our lecturers, Dr. Bamdele, he was having a program where he was explaining to us that he was able to find out one of the protein that is in the virus that is causing corona. But because he was not able to get a proper sponsorship, no, they were not able to accept his research, and he found out that protein before the people that made out the vaccine for the coronavirus. But because there's not enough fund, no enough support, those ones took the glory and all those kind of things.
The
So some people
glory.
still prefer some people still prefer to go out even in that condition. At least they'll be able to get proper grants and proper funding and everything to carry out the research. So that is one of the disadvantage and one of the things that is blinding people to run out. There is also the part that the only way you can be successful as a full-fledged biochemist in Nigeria here is if you become a lecturer. Like if you just carry up the mountain and say, okay, I'm going for my master, I study for doctorate, then I become a doctor and I teach. So people are like, okay, that's the only way you can even in a better scene flourish in biochemistry. But I don't think it's like that. But actually, I don't think it's that way. But in the end, to stop jackpot, we have to open our eyes, me included. Now, there is also this fact that there are opportunities and there are current job market trends in Nigeria, favorable to biochemists. So, Kuforola.
All right. Okay. Speaking from the fact that a lot of people just want to go out of the country, but then if you'd ask me, I'll just say that your knowledge of biochemistry will make you know that even in Nigeria you can thrive, and then it has to depend on you. What am I saying? If you don't have problem solving skills, you might not thrive as a biochemist normally. So whether or not there is no job in Nigeria, and normally I don't even like when people say that there is no job. I still feel like whatever course you find yourself doing or studying, it depends on you particularly how you can apply that course. Each course is like every course has application. So if peradventure you don't get to work in a firm, or you don't get a job as it should be, or as it were, like if you the knowledge you add or you have gotten from learning that, studying that course rather, in the university for maybe 4 to 5 years, at least you should be able to get something doing with it. I'm not of the opinion of people going outside the country. If you'd ask me, I don't know if I'm biased, but then it's not my thing. I don't still feel like, okay, you can only get greener pastures outside the country. So now, if you actually allow studying biochemistry be a thing of passion, you'd see that there are so many fields in which you can apply biochemistry normally. Yes, there are. So it depends on how you can actually get your own problem solving skills to do that. Imagine your application of the biochemistry you studied in school is biotechnology, and then you decided to set up a farm setting and all, and you could take a seedling of a particular species and then maybe another part of another species and then mix it together and to form a new different species. The funny thing about this is that that particular species that you made might even be a cure to a particular disease, like just that your combination, and you cannot do that except with the knowledge of biochemistry, which makes you know how to clone genes. That's biotechnology now. So your problem solving skill will make you understand that okay, aside even getting to work with a firm, being that, and that's what being a researcher would actually make as the advantage for you. Do you understand? So even with your research you can apply it practically, and then that way it's going to give you a whole lot than even people can actually imagine. So it's not even in all cases you have to be a lecturer, or you have to go outside and work with a firm, or you have to go and you don't even have to be a lab attendant. You can apply biochemistry in any sphere you want to choose, depending on you and depending on how that you have this mindset that okay, I want to solve a particular problem. So it still depends on us. If you'd ask me, it depends on us, and I just trust that this platform is going to help people realize that as much as we study biochemistry, let us actually immerse ourselves into the course and then get to know there are hidden advantages of the course that we ourselves are here to unravel. And that's why people just take it like okay, it's just a course, okay, it's just a course that is not appreciated in Nigeria. Okay, if you're a biochemist, they will not value you except you go abroad. It's hell no for me, if you'd ask me.
Yes, ma. Tell them.
Depends on us and money too.
Yeah, the thing is that the fact that people used to think is money, money, money. I still feel like it's about dishing out value. It's about
It's
dishing out
actually
value. It's
money.
about being valuable. It's
Ye-
money. See, the thing is, people will always give money for value. Do you understand? When you are giving people value, then they will give you money. So that's
Hey.
just it.
Yes,
So,
ma. Amen, sister.
so when you are giving people value, they'll give you money. So look for the value in biochemistry. Then get something to do, like figure something out, like okay, this is the problem I want to solve with this course. I really want to get into it and I want to find something to do. So that's my contribution.
Do you know money can actually bring value out? Like, you just imagine me. I decide to okay, I want to sponsor you, like 500,000 naira right now to sponsor a research on something you don't even know about. Like you have that motivation to work. But when it's not there, you just be like, it's just going to be a bother. It's going to be a pain. Nothing to do. Just how will I even start from? Say if I don't even know how I will even just. I, there's this boldness that money is going to give you. I'm not on the
Yeah.
side of money.
Eh,
I'm not on the
eh,
side of money.
you are
Even
not on the side. You are just advocating for it. We
exactly.
understand.
I'm not
No, no,
saying
no,
money
no.
is not needed, but
Mm.
I'm saying that we should not always be with the mindset of the fact that okay, it's always money, 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 money. Let's look at how we can solve problems with this particular course. So
Oh,
that's
oh,
the point I'm trying to reiterate.
oh, yeah. Me, I want to actually ask a question. No? So money can give value, and value can give money too, ba? So which one is like the chicken and the egg issue? Which one is now the main thing one should not be pursuing a big? Where exactly?
But
Where exactly? What should I first go for? I'm
pursue
asking for my
value first.
personal self.
Pursue
You can
value.
stay in
When
the
you
middle.
pursue value, people will bring their money to you. That's just it.
Tobiloba,
People will
please
But
bring
break
their
this
money to
tie.
you.
What should
my
I? Suppose I
opinion,
want
you
to.
can stay in the
What should
middle.
I go? Stay in the
Half
middle.
and half.
Eh,
I believe that when you chase after value, people will chase after you according to formula. So
according
people
to
will chase after you with their money. Actually, if you if I want to sponsor a person for a research, I would have seen something in the person before I put down my
yeah,
money. You know,
yeah.
you want to
Point
sponsor a person
exactly.
who came out, I don't know what they get in masters, but maybe three class and then someone from first class. You would sponsor the first class student before even considering the class student because you've seen something in the person. So I would say you have to chase after value before money.
Okay, sorry. I'm not saying that I understand what you guys are saying, but there is a level that you have to, like, for example, now, before you can get to that place where you want to have a result, is it not money? The school that you are going now, is it not money that you pay to get there? So, for example, I don't even attend. I have the passion for biochemistry, and I do not attend school at all. And I'm at home. They're trying to look for one kind of research. You should get me now. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's a way you have
All
like
right. I get your
uh,
point.
Personally, what I want to chip in into this thing is I'm actually a fan of value because I even feel a biochemistry degree is not good enough in the first place. It just doesn't work that way in the current generation again, where it's just when you have a degree that you think you can get something good, as in you can get good earning. It's not like that again. Even the first class is not so special anymore because we are a lot. That's what we always have to keep in mind. Even we who study biochemistry in Nigeria, we are a lot. The ones that japa, they are already a lot. Soon they will stop even taking in people. Just those ones that go in the name of they want to go and study this, they want to go and study that. So we need to have what makes us different, right? For instance, look at a biochemist who goes into programming and delves more in the bioinformatics aspects. He is no longer going to be one who will say, I finished school with a first class, so I'm expecting a job. He's not going to be one of that kind. He has other certificates to boost the biochemistry he has. Or someone who, during his course in school, he has been going for various workshops, getting certificates, workshops that are biochemistry related, right? You don't deviate from the main thing. So he has been going for various of those workshops that strengthen his understanding about his course, and he has been getting certificates from them. Those are his proof. Definitely always go for the ones that give certificates. He had gone also into programming languages like R and Python that could be used for data science, and as we know, data is a core aspect of absolutely any sciences course at all. And that person graduates from school. The person's degree is practically going to be a side something compared to the other ones you will have amassed, right? That is a person of value, and such a person will definitely find way to make good money. Though money to determine, should be someone that has money that will go for workshop training and the likes. Workshop trainings are quite expensive. So I can't dispose Adeweton's talk about money, but it is.
We interrupt this podcast with breaking news facts. Did you know that consuming protein-rich foods within 30 minutes of exercise enhances muscle repair due to the activation of mTOR, a signaling pathway critical for protein synthesis? So the next time you do those your tedious workouts, be sure to treat yourself to some meat afterwards.
So value and money equally important for a biochemist in Nigeria. Adeweton, for money, for instance, could you give an insight on how a biochemist gets money before value? Do you have any instance like that in your mind?
okay. So if you want to get money, there are a lot of opportunities that does not necessarily have to be related to biochemistry. You have to indulge in one or two skills. For example, Toby Loba here now, he has one or two skills that I will not say, but he understands that that skill though is very important. It's going to fetch me, and why is he doing it? It's because it's going to fetch me money. Because whatever skill you decide to indulge in, it's going to fetch you money. That is the goal you have in mind. The opportunity that is going to create when you have. Now, I'm not saying you should have money like Elon Musk. That is not the point here. The point is you should at least have something that at least is going to be the door opener for you. Heaven helps those who help themselves. So you don't have to just sit down and wait for Mother Luck to come down from heaven or to come down from one mountain to come and say, okay, yes, this is the biochemist that I want to support. I want to help his life. No, you have to go out and do something. You are going to go out and get it. That's it.
So we should still find other ways to build our capital for what we love to do. It's always nicer to have two boats than one.
So you don't have the degree yet, you are sponsoring it. So you're not waiting for money from biochemistry. You are getting money from somewhere to sponsor that biochemistry degree. Of course, you said it could be our passion to study biochemistry, not because of the money, but you need money to sponsor it. I mean, they won't offer you the degree for free. Even the lab where you perform your experiment is run with money now. It's not free, so you don't have to wait for that biochemistry degree to land before you start making money. So you have to use other skills that you have, like your problem solving skills, like so other things that you can get involved with, that you are very good at. Even when you're not very good at it, you can learn it. That will give you money, that will bring that money out, so you can sponsor that passion. Okay, so you don't wait around. Time waits for no man.
My advice for anyone studying this our dearest course, biochemistry, and sincerely any other course is don't just think getting a degree, even a first class alone, is good enough or will give you something tangible. It doesn't work that way again. If you know the number of Nigerians that currently have a biochemistry degree, first class, second class upper, and second class lower, there is a lot. And when there's a lot of people that have a particular skill, there's usually lesser money in such a thing for each of those people. But when there is a few sets that have a particular skill set, they tend to make money. For instance, as I mentioned, a biochemist that has a degree, say a first class, that also has a certificate in a bioinformatics course, that has also worked on projects relating to computational biology, who also knows 2 different programming languages. Such a person is gold to companies, right? So your biochemistry degree alone is not the best option for you. Also, to even travel abroad, it's not average students that get to travel abroad. It's usually first class gurus, but they are no longer even looking for first class gurus. They are now looking for people with a very good skill set. So one always have to look outside your box, then go for what is outside your box.
They are looking for people with skill sets. That's what's ruling the world now. You can't just say, biochemistry. I studied biochemistry for 6 years. It's me. And just say, I want to just jackpot and go and see one better opportunity. So you don't even know someone that studied biochemistry that cannot operate computer, or that can just type up report. Like how? Or someone that studied biochemistry that do not know how to this programming for biochemistry.
Python.
Yeah. So he doesn't know how to work on anything related to that, to compute probably their research or stuff like that. And you think they will, and you are good for the first class now, you are good with the theoretical aspect. Then you are not very good with all those kind of skills. You don't have those kind of skills, and you want to jump. So I'm telling you, they will not even consider that kind of person. As far as we are still on this the same side of okay, biochemistry is very important. Biochemistry, let's also try to obtain a skill. It's going to be very helpful. That is a promise. It's going to be very helpful.
Thank you very much. So, Biloba, what you have to give on your own side? Do you have anything at all?
I just want to give advice concerning, the inferiority that most like people I know, like biochemistry students, that they feel the course is not inferior to any course.
Fuck.
That's what you have to understand, that your course is very special. It's very vital. If someone is telling you, oh, your course is go and forget it. They can't do what you are doing. Don't forget that biochemistry is not inferior to any course.
Thank you all very much. We'll be releasing our next episode in the next 2 Tuesdays. That is Upper Week Tuesday or the other Tuesday. Right. And we'll always be giving you value in this podcast. We'll always be telling you things that matter. Always be telling you facts, and our minds to contain facts anyway. Thank you for listening. Remember, keep learning, keep growing. Jesus loves you.